In modern times, there are books on divination. There are books on witchcraft, pamphlets, very simple books. And I found many people, especially in Western Nigeria, that felt, is there anything wrong studying along the line of divination, studying along the line of witchcraft? It's just to know it. You just need to know it, so that maybe you'll be enlightened to be able to understand how to tackle it. Many have exposed their souls through such reading. There's someone that read a book on divination, and the book is so user-friendly, is so life-applicable, such that if you finish reading chapter 1, there's a workbook behind. Things that you'll be asked to do. If you finish that book and you fulfill all the items in the workbook, by the time you arrive chapter 6, a spirit of divination will start appearing to you. I've seen people that read books and became slaves to Satan because they sought knowledge in the regions of darkness. Hallelujah. I say hallelujah. There are people in our midst here tonight. You were exposed to things, and the things that you were exposed to has opened you up to a spirit that you are trying to get rid of. It is soulish exposure. There is a game. Are you with me? It's a board game. It's called an Ouija board. If your university library is up to date, you are likely to have an Ouija board in the library. The Ouija board is a game that a spirit comes to play with you. A familiar spirit comes to play that game with you. That game is a game of divination. The game is predictive. So when you begin to play the game, initially you are the only one playing, but in the middle of the game, you will discover that there's a spirit playing with you. My friend was giving me an instance because he saw the Ouija board in University of Ibadan library. And the game is easy to play. It's just that at some point, you will collide with a familiar spirit. And you'll be amazed at the accuracy of the familiar spirit. When the spirit comes and takes the other side, you will be amazed. Oh my. If you know the name of your grandfather, that spirit can actually spell the name of your grandfather. And you begin to see supernatural things happening. Unknown to you, your soul has wandered into dark territory. You will never be the same again after playing that game. Now, several other people here, maybe you practice Bible turning. Say, Bible. If it's Janet that took it, let it turn. Turn. That is the practice of divination. It has opened your soul to the regions of darkness. There is no way you can do that and be a normal person. Because when you seek in the hands of the devil something that you should only seek from God, you make Satan your God. In a particular church in Zaria, somebody did something wrong, and then the head pastor of the church was the one that gathered a committee for Bible turning. Bible, if it's Pastor Joe that took the money, turn. And another minister of the gospel came into the midst of the committee and asked the head pastor, what are you doing? The pastor said, this thing has worked before. The reason why there was a re-implementation of the policy was that previously it was consulted and it worked before. Please help me tell your neighbor, the fact that it is working doesn't mean it is God. Those are things that expose your soul. And when your soul has been exposed in that particular way, you are a carrier of a demonic liability. Satan is looking for space, is looking for occasion, is looking for an opportunity. And ministers of the gospel, before you begin to pray for someone, take some time to interview them and find at what point the person explored the regions of darkness. Because if that is the case, there is a defined pattern by which such a person can be delivered from the influence of the devil. Soul games. Hallelujah. There's a young man the other time. He likes witchcraft things. He's not a witch, but he likes that. He likes the things. He likes it. And because he likes it, a real witch now enticed him and called him and said, "See, you have powers. You have spiritual powers, but you are not exploring it." I said, "No, he wants to explore power. He likes power." Hallelujah. And they gave him something to put in his pocket, and they call it the stone of Solomon. The stone of Solomon. They say you should put that in his pocket. Anytime he wants favor, he wants people to do things for him, let him put his hand in his pocket and touch the stone. Touch it. So as he's touching the stone, he's manipulating the people to favor him. So he was liking it. It was as if the thing was working initially. He wanted money. He touched the stone. The person gave him money. The person said, "I don't have money." Oh. But the person got money for him. He said, "This stone is working now." He began to touch the stone, began to touch the stone. Hallelujah. After a while, he looked for the stone. He didn't find it again. It's a demon that started appearing to him. By connecting with that stone, he was actually drawing power from that demon. Now that he was under the influence of the demon, there was no need for the stone to stand as a barrier. The demon began to appear to him. For a very long time, he could not say it because the demon said, "If you say it, you die." Hallelujah.